Did you know that Homeowners Association or HOAs can dictate the color of your house, how many cars can be parked in front of your home, and how many weeds you can have in your home? Well, if you think that you can ignore them, you better think again. Hey there, I'm Connie, the owner of Buy Without Realtor, guiding you with the knowledge and tools to confidently buy your own home on your own. Today, we're going to be talking about Homeowners Association or HOAs and what they do, how much power they have over you, and what happens to you if you don't pay those fees. So, if you're ready, then we need to dive into this topic. First, let's talk about what an HOA is, or Homeowners Association. And they are an organization that enforce the rules that affect your community or the home that you are purchasing. So when you do buy a home in a community that is governed by an HOA, you are required to pay the HOA fees, and you are a member of that Homeowners Association. Now let's talk about their responsibility. The HOA responsibilities are maintaining the common areas within the community. And the common area is your swimming pool, it is if there's any parks that's in your community, or if there is a community center. They will maintain that area. In addition, they are also going to make sure that you as a homeowner is maintaining your property, because their job is to make sure that the property values in the entire community don't go down because of one bad person that isn't pulling any weeds or they have too many cars in the yard. So that is also part of the HOA's responsibility. And now the power of the HOA. And believe me, they have got the power. The HOA has the power to enforce if you're making too much noise, or if your dogs are barking too much, or if you have too many people over for a long period of time. And if that should happen, then they can, and they're well within their rights to impose a fine on you if you do not correct those issues within a certain period of time. So please, if you're looking at purchasing in a community that has an HOA, or if it's a condominium complex that has an HOA, keep those things in mind of what they can do. So now let's talk about what happens to you if you don't pay those HOA fees. And this is so important if you're buying a home with an HOA or a condominium with an HOA, understanding what the HOA can do if you just decide that you can't pay the fee or you no longer can pay your fees. The first thing that they will do is they'll send a notice. They'll put you on alert, letting you know that your dues are owed and that you need to pay them within a certain period of time. Now, if you don't pay those dues within the time that they have talked about, they will continue to send you those notices. What they're also going to do is, if you have not paid those dues in a certain period of time, they can place a lien against your property. And that lien takes precedence over your first mortgage, and even if you have a second mortgage on your home, they need to get paid. And if you still don't pay those HOA dues, they can start the foreclosure process on your home. And again, if you are current on your first mortgage, they can still foreclose on your property and take your home from you. What that does is, and it's not legal in some states, but it does happen in certain states. Now, You have to be very, very diligent in paying those HOA dues, because think about it. They can take your property and foreclose on your property even before your mortgage, or if your mortgage is current. So they can kick you out and you're still living in your home. And once you're kicked out, you still have to pay your mortgage and your HOA dues. So I cannot stress how important it is to understand about these HOA fees and fines and to pay them or work out some sort of payment schedule with the HOA, just letting them know that you are going to pay the dues, because dire consequences can happen if you don't. Okay. So if you do run into problems, as I mentioned before, if you do run into problems paying your HOA dues, then there are some things that you can do. And I would highly recommend talk to them. Explain to them what your situation is and work out some sort of plan. And if you cannot work out any kind of plan, or you just can't pay, check out the conditions, covenants, and restrictions, or what's called as the CC&Rs, which you should have been given when you first purchased your home or you moved into your condominium. In those CC&Rs, it discusses what an HOA can and cannot do and how to resolve any disputes that you might have. What you also might do if you are just running into problems with the HOA and not able to resolve anything, hire an attorney. There are attorneys and paralegals that will help you resolve any problems with your HOA so that you can stay in your home and they will not foreclose on it. Hi there, I'm Connie Mackey. And if you've decided to navigate this home buying journey on your own, I'm here to help. If you have any burning questions about real estate or just a wild idea that you need to bounce off of someone, I got you covered. Whether it's a simple question or you need a full-on brainstorm session, you found the right place. Book a one-on-one consultation on my website. The first 10 minutes are free, so why not give it a try? Head over to buywithoutrealtor.com, book your session, and allow me to answer those questions about real estate and also make your home buying journey as stress-free as possible. So I want to end on a positive note and at least talk about the pros and the cons of an HOA. I'll start with the pros. And an HOA is wonderful when it comes to cracking down on people that may not take care of their property as it should. And if a person doesn't take care of the property and you're in the same community, it could drop the value of your own home. So that is something that an HOA will govern and will protect, as well as to keep all of the common areas nice and pristine so your children will have a place to play, and also that you'll have a clean swimming pool or a community center. Now, the cons are just what I discussed, that if you don't pay those dues, then they can foreclose on your property. So it is so important, as well as that they are restrictive about maintaining your property, making sure that you are following the rules and the guidelines that they have set forth for your community. One thing you might want to do is check out the HOA board. A lot of the HOA communities have board members where you can sit in and you can listen to some of the discussions that's going on in your community and help make those decisions. It's always good to be informed on what is happening in your community and also where your money is going to. how much money is in your fund to be able to handle the repairs that's going on in your community. So even being on the board, you can help make some decisions. So it is very good to be involved with your HOA and understand what exactly is happening in your community. In conclusion, understanding the power of an HOA is so important when you are purchasing your home on your own. It will help you determine whether or not you want to even buy in a community that has an HOA or buy a condo that is a part of an HOA due to all of the restrictions. However, if you do decide, just know about the communication, what happens if you don't pay those dues, and also know your rights. And if you're ever in a situation where you cannot pay your fees. I felt compelled to do this video because I've been hearing about so many people that have gotten into trouble with the HOA because they weren't aware of the rights and what an HOA has the power to do. So before you think about buying a home in an HOA, really understand what they can do and if this is going to be conducive to your lifestyle. If you want to have 5 or 6 cars in your driveway, an HOA may not allow that, so that may not be a home that you want to purchase. Thanks for watching. If you know of anybody that has had any issues at all with their HOA, please share that story and comment down below. And if this video was helpful for you, please give it a like and subscribe for more videos that I'm going to be putting out that delve a little bit deeper into this whole home buying process. And don't forget, with a little bit of confidence and the right strategy, you too can buy your own home with Buy Without Realtor. See you next time.